Alright, new chapter's out. Let's do it. Chapter 167, The Premiere. After countless hurdles, Mizuhara makes her silver screen debut, and the thunderous applause speak to her success. Sunday, Ultramarine Constellation special premiere screening. Yo, okay, I guess they just skipped the entire premiere. Thanks a lot! Thank you, Miyajime. I really appreciate you just straight up skipping the premiere, but it is what it is, man. Oh, look at her! Oh, she's so wholesome. Hey, even Ruka's cheering! Wow, she didn't cause a ruckus. Okay, interesting screening. Oh, we're getting this type of cover, are we now? Chizuru Mizuhara's Complete Fashion Breakdown, Premiere Edition. Chunky earrings to really frame her gorgeous face, a navy blue sweater that shows off the shoulders mature yet sexy, a bracelet watch worn over her sweater for a casual, effortless style, a smallish, fluffy turquoise bag, sort of a dinner casual type of vibe, a mature blue and purple checker dress worn under her sweater, short boots perfect for autumn to help make her legs look longer. Fall fashion is here. The lead actress is dressed to the nines. She's a surefire future Oscar winner. Chapter 165, The Girlfriend and the Premiere. And of course, you have Kazuya down there getting dressed in, looking clean in his clothes. He's actually dressed for fashion today. Okay, she steps out. She's looking around. What's she looking for? She looking for our boy? Huh? Any idea where Kazuya is? I was just about to go check the cast party. He's seeing off a backer or something. I think he's in the office. Ah, Chizuru-chan. There you are. Oh, director. You free? I'd like to talk. I was wondering if your grandma got to see it. Oh, yeah, sort of. I'd rather not talk about it in front of a crowd. I see. That's great to hear. Did you know what happened at the hospital? To tell the truth, Kazuya scared the living daylights out of me. I let him know through line that the final cut was complete, and the next thing I knew, he's blasting through the club room, asking to borrow the projector. I tell ya, he looked serious. I'd never seen anyone like that. Oh, man. The wind blows. Burned out. It's all over. My summer break, my springtime youth. Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. I'm so glad. The memory just like keeps flashing back for him. He's like, yeah, man, I get it. It was a big moment, but stop. It keeps popping into my head. What was the deal with those tears? What was going on through her mind? Even a week later, he can't clear his head. Mizuhara seemed completely normal today too. It was like nothing ever happened. All just a dream. She definitely doesn't want to be seen like that, right? Dropping it up would just be insensitive. Oh, good work. Cold! Mizuhara! What are you doing out here? Aren't you going to the cast party? No, I'm going. Just taking a little break. Thanks for the soda. Where's Ruka-chan? I guess she had to go back to school. Well, she is underage, I suppose. The cast party's probably not the place for her. She's relaxed as ever. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it all alone. I'm a sensitive guy after all. Huh? They liked the movie. I'm just glad it was well received. It was all thanks to you. You're a great actress. What? What's with you going all producer on me? Cut me some slack. It's my dream. Is that lame? So, what are you going to do? What comes next? You know, as an actress. Oh. Well, Grandma died. She was the reason I got the idea. So, composed. My dear Chizuru, isn't following your dream just making you suffer? I'm gonna keep acting. I love the theater. And you know, I bet Grandma's watching me somewhere out there. All she saw this time was a little indie film on a hospital wall. I want her to see me from up there in heaven as I become an even greater actress. Mizuhara. I feel like the human heart isn't big enough to hold both sorrow and joy. I think I would be just fine. I'll lose myself in it. I'll act and act and act, and I'll have the time of my life. I just want to say, Making this movie was so much fun. Well, I'm gonna head out. So cute. I wondered to myself if I'd been able to make a difference for her, and I didn't really know. Wait up, I'm coming too! But right then, her smile seemed to shine brighter than ever. I'll lead the way. And like the sun coming out to melt the snow. I'll tell ya, you looked serious. I'd never seen anyone like that. Her smile cleared up all my worries away. And all over again, I felt like I could see the way forward. All thanks to her. And we get a nice scenery, simple and clean, looking beautiful as ever. Hey, what's up? Oh, Negami-san. Yo, what? Uh-oh. This is a... Wow, what a goddamn transition. We went from like a super happy moment to I am calling it. The devil's coming back, people. You know who's coming back in the next few panels. Oh, dear mother of God. Hey, what's up? Oh, Negami-san. I'm nearly there, the coffee shop, right? What was it called again? I just wanted to thank you again for all the help with my site. Yep, my user numbers are way up, all thanks to you. User satisfaction is up too. Huh, you want me to bring another advisor on? And they're coming today? They're already with you? I can't pay for them, you know. Well, of course, I trust you, so they're more than welcome. Wow, so you met on social media? Why am I not surprised? I can always count on you to bring the energy. Well, you can never have enough hands, right? How old are you these days? 77? Hey, Yushika, over here! Oh, there you are. Good to see you. What? Oh, no. The next panel. Oh, no. The fated return! Oh my god! Dun dun! Dun dun! Dun dun! The devil is here, and she's coming with a vengeance. Oh man. I have a gut feeling I know exactly where this arc is gonna go from here. Okay, next page. Ah, Kibe-chan! Hiya! Mami-chan? Oh god, Kibe's just flabbergasted face. He looks like seriously concerned and surprised. Oh, no. This combination smells like trouble. Why? How? What's her plan? The ex-girlfriend Mami-chan appears. Next time, the curtain rises on our saga's next act. Back to school we go. Oh, shit. So I guess what's going to happen from now on is we're going to go back to the school dynamic, where they're going to be showing that again, because the big arc that has been building up until this point, which was essentially just solving Chizuru's problems, has for the most part concluded. So now we're going straight back into this hellhole that is just dealing with this madness, that the lies, the rental system, all that shit. We're going to have to really like tackle that stuff home, because what the movie arc did was essentially just isolate us from everything else. It isolated itself into this small narrative, so you could focus on dealing with the characters, progressing them, resolving serious issues such as Chizuru's problems and Kazuya's problems and overcoming depression, all these things. But now we have to really go back and hammer this stuff down, and I'm wondering what Mami's gonna do, because like, this is actually, like, really scary stuff if it happened in real life. Like, your ex straight up getting connected to your, like, family life and just becoming a part of it. Oh, man, that's scary. Like, Mami's, like, really taking this to new heights, and it's like, what's her objective? What does she want exactly? Like, is she just doing this to just call out Kazuya, to tell him, like, hey, you're wrong, and you shouldn't be doing this, and she's, like, basically breaking in from the inside to, like, destroy everything? Like, that's what it seems like. It's just, why? Why is she so committed to this? Why does she care so much? Because it's like, when she talks to Kazuya, she seems like she's just doing it, she seems like she's doing it like she cares for him. But at the same time, it doesn't make any sense, because she seems to also be doing this for selfish reasons. And she's investigating and she's constantly looking into Kazuya, so it's like, what does she want? What is Mami's objective? Is she just jealous? Is she stuck in a terrible family situation and for some reason that got her to like attach to Kazuya? I've heard that theory like floating around, like her dad is like trying to set her up, and she found her own boyfriend, and in the process it led her to not want a boyfriend because she hates what her dad is making her do, and it's like it's her rebelling but she hates it. There's like a bunch of crazy theories going on, but I feel like we might finally get a progression arc for Mami, because we haven't seen her in a long time. Like, she hasn't been cited since the movie arc started, which was over 50 chapters ago, if not more. So it's been a hot while since we've seen Mami. We saw her in the spin-off chapter with Sumi, which was kind of nice, but other than that, she's just been gone. She straight up disappeared. The only thing I didn't like was how it just kind of skipped the entire premiere, but it did do that well. Here's how I'm gonna put it. I didn't think they needed to really show us all of that. I do understand. I would have liked to see it. I would have just liked them to like enter and then exit, but they didn't even show them entering. And I think they were doing that because they want to get into this arc. They want to get straight into this school life arc. We're gonna get back into this stuff, so they don't want to waste time with the movie arc. And they gave it enough time. Like the movie premiere was supposed to be specifically for their relationship, and it was supposed to, the way I viewed it was Miyajime was going to use it to like set up for the new arc, but instead of doing that and creating a bunch of melodrama, I think what he ended up doing was just going with, okay, this arc's over, I'm gonna set up for this future arc by coming back to a plot point I set up like over 70 chapters ago, which is really good. Like, I love it when series do that. I love it when a series like sets up something a long time ago, and then it's like, yo, look, it's relevant again. Like, were you paying attention? Were you focusing? I also think they gave enough time for the pair to talk and connect to really like build on their relationship a bit. Like, the Chizuru and Kazuya like had a normal talk, and Kazuya was able to like stop thinking about what happened between them and kind of move on and just accept the fact that they're both happy now, which is good, which is really good. I think what's gonna happen is Mami's probably gonna cause some ruckus, and that ruckus is gonna cause Kazuya to eventually need to either lie or confess, and I think he's gonna tell his family the truth, that this is just a rental relationship. But then I can see Negumi either dying from this, which would be horrible, or she tells Kazuya, yo, there's no way you were with her for over a year and she doesn't like you. And I think Negumi straight up telling Kazuya this, Negumi, the person who's like always looked down on Kazuya and thought he could never get a girlfriend, Negumi, the grandma who raised him spoiled and rotten, tells him that this girl could seriously love him. The person who's always told him he's never good enough finally tells him this girl could seriously love him. That would be something else for Kazuya, and I think it would really open his eyes and give him a sense of motivation far beyond what he currently has. Because I think Kazuya, what he needs at the moment is a serious push. A push because it's not that he won't act, it's that he's content with the relationship. And they are past that, I believe. I honestly believe they're at a stage where romance can truly blossom. He just needs to tell her. He just needs to honestly tell her how he feels. And Chizuru might end up like getting brokenhearted because of Mami. Like, Mami's gonna do some shit. I'm feeling it in my bones. Like, this arc, red flags everywhere. But the biggest thing I'm curious about is if this does happen as I'm describing it, and we do tackle the Mami situation and the rental situation, I think what would be interesting to see is where that goes from there. Because if they fully admit that they like each other and they go out, are we gonna get like an actual relationship? Are we gonna get an actual relationship arc and we're gonna see them interact and stuff? Because I'd hate for it to just end like right when they get together, as well as it's being done so far. I would really hate for them to just end it there. That would really piss me off. I'm excited for them to go back to school, actually, because they haven't been in school in a while. We haven't seen anybody from school in a while. We haven't seen Curry, we haven't seen Kibe, we haven't seen like any of their school friends, we haven't seen Chizuru's friends, we haven't interacted with the school at all for a very long time. And so it would be an interesting return to form because of how they did the return to form to the rental situation when they started the Cheer update. Because when the Cheer update started, you go back to the original concept of renting, even though the relationship has transcended past this point. So now they're going back to the school where this mess extended in the first place, because it started as a rental and then it extended to their school life. And so now we're going to see, we got the rental situation kind of resolved, and now we're going to extend it to the school life and how that's connected. And so what the series is doing now is it's like tearing apart the system that they built. It's tearing apart the lies that they've built all up until this point. The way it did this was it set it all up from the movie arc. The movie arc was build up for their character progression, and now it's them coming back and fixing their lies, fixing the problems they created in their communal circle, and dealing with this social atomic bomb that they have going off right now that is Mami. Yes, they're both flawed people, but they've both progressed, and I think now they have to really deal with these things that they've caused. It's like your mistakes never really leave you. It's just how you deal with them when you've matured and are able to deal with and are able to process them and overcome them. And I think that's what this arc is going to be. It's like, okay, they've matured, they've progressed as characters. How are they going to deal with this scary as fuck situation that is Mami and all her problems? How will Kazuya confront the fear that is his ex, the fear of his loneliness and depression and anxiety, because she embodies everything he fears. The fact that he feels he's not worthy, he's not dependable, she embodies all of that, and every time he runs into her, a bit of that flashes in him. And so when he has to interact with her, he's going to have to see how much he's matured. Has he matured enough to be able to be dependable, to tell himself, she does not define me. She does not define my fear. She does not represent it. That is just something I have made for myself, and I can overcome that. That can build so many interesting interactions with the characters, such as Negumi, like I stated before, Negumi telling him, like, love isn't that simple. And just as Sayuri told Chizuru that love is not that simple. And she even told Kazuya that at one point or another. And there's so much setup. They can explore so many different avenues with this. Even Ruka, like, if the truth comes out and it's like, how will Grandma Negumi process that with Ruka? How will any of these situations fall apart? Will Kazuya, like, go to Sumi for a date to, like, talk and figure this stuff out? Because it's like, he goes to her when he's stuck in a situation where he doesn't know what he can do. And so how will he handle that in a crisis situation where it's just emotions overflowing everywhere? What's he going to do? How is he going to tackle something as crazy as this? Because I think what Mami's doing is she's getting close to the family, and she's making the family not doubt her. And then when she has Grandma Negumi's trust, she can reveal the truth. And if she reveals the truth with her trust, it's like, okay, what the hell is Kazuya gonna say? Like, Grandma Negumi trusts her. Like, she's brought herself into the family. She has their trust. And I'm curious if Kibe's going to say anything. Like, is Kibe gonna tell she's your grandson's ex? Because he actually gonna say that? It's gonna be really weird. And I think if he does say that, Mami will just play that off as, oh, it's just a coincidence. I didn't expect that, or something like that. I feel like everyone's gonna be like suspect to that and be like, what? Seriously? No way. I guess I'll go back to the main part of the story, and that I love how Chizuru is becoming more aware of Kazuya's actions as she's accepting them. It's like she's been aware of them before, like she's had the director dude like tell her stuff like this before, but she like stopped and thought about it here, and she actually went to check on Kazuya. I heard a lot of people saying, like, in the last chapter, oh, it just reset to, like, it just reset back to what their relationship was before, and I don't believe that's true. I honestly don't. Like, the scene where we see Chizuru happy and content, and she says, I'm cleansed, it's supposed to symbolize to you that she feels better. It's just she came off to Kazuya as in she's back to normal, and that's why it was weird for Kazuya, because she's back to normal, and that doesn't make any sense, because she was just crying yesterday. That doesn't make any sense. And so it's weird for him to process. But then when he sees her smile in this chapter, when he sees her happy, he's like, oh, okay, she is feeling better, and I am content. I did my job. That was a genuine bright smile. That was not sadness. She's not trying to be stronger than her usual self. She actually feels better. That's the step in the right direction. He even said that. He even said, this is a step in the right direction. She did make progress. She does feel better. Well, damn, now I lost my train of thought. I feel like a dumb bitch. I really enjoy the flashback to Chizuru when she first reveals her dream to Kazuya about being an actress and why she's doing it for her grandma. And an interesting note to notice here is that how she says to him, is this lame or is this cringe? In that sense, it wasn't essentially her dream at the time. She didn't accept it and she didn't necessarily 100% believe in it despite all the hard work she's put into it. And she has like a lot of insecurities and doubts. But here, this scene where she tells Kazuya this, when he asks her, what are you gonna do from now on? You essentially kind of accomplished this dream of yours. And she tells him this speech. She gives him this speech of what she really wants to do. She loves the theater. She enjoys the theater. She enjoys seeing movies with him. She enjoys going out to big, complicated, and interesting films. And this is her essentially accepting her dream. And if you notice Kazuya's expression, he's surprised because she's never openly talked about her dream like this. What she's doing here is true passion. This is passion for a dream. Before, she had passion, but it was restricted behind what Grandma Sayuri saw, which was her doing it for her grandparents. It wasn't 100% for her. And now that she's no longer restricted by her grandparents, usually a person would lose track of what they want. But for Chizuru, she sees that this is her dream. This is something she can chase now, and she loves it, and she's okay with it. And so she's 100% accepted this as her passion, and she openly admits to Kazuya, this is the thing I want to chase, because I don't want to be sad. I don't want to waste my time being sad and lonely and unaccepting of the world. I want to just enjoy and have the time of my life. And that for me means acting. She's no longer tied down by burdens. The burden that is her grandparents, the burden of achieving this dream for something other than herself. This dream is 100% hers now and no one else's. And she accepts that, and she's okay with that, and she's willing to chase it, and she's okay with people helping her. She never once says she's not okay with someone helping her, and so she never tells Kazuya, you're not part of this dream. If anything, she thanks him. She even says, I just want to say, making this movie was so much fun. This was clearly a compliment towards Kazuya. There's nothing to read into it here. Little subtle progression of her character while hinting to you exactly what's being progressed through that flashback. The flashback was necessary to set up for this big speech. It was there subtly, but very intently. One of the things I really like about that smile on Chizuru's face in page 15, I believe, is how when Kazuya walks in front of her, he's being the silly idealistic guy who's just like, I gotta lead, I gotta help her, and she's just like, I love that stupid idealistic side of his, because he's just doing it because he's like, I want to be her rock, I want to be dependable, so I'm gonna walk in front of you and I'm gonna lead the way there. It's very nice that she's starting to appreciate these things about Kazuya, and she's starting to show them openly. She's not showing them behind the wall, she's not doubting her feelings, she's being very honest and open about her feelings. And that's a huge step for Chizuru, because before, if you pay attention, if you watch these earlier scenes, you see how she goes back and she doubts herself. She doesn't show these things, she doesn't really represent them this openly, not just to herself but to the audience. Like, this is being very openly represented to the audience, and the reason this is being done this way is because up until this point we've rarely seen Chizuru's side. She's always been blocked off from us mentally, and I think that's a really interesting blend between the pages and the actual narrative, which is really cool. Like, in the narrative and in the pages, you are separated from Chizuru. You don't see her true side, and she doesn't see her true side either. She doesn't really understand herself. And now that she's grasped her feelings and herself, and she's overcome this wall of a mess of a mind that she has, not only can you see these things openly, but she can see them openly. And that's such a cool dynamic. It's akin to how like a video game can represent its story elements through its gameplay. It's something like that, but with a manga, and I think that's really clever. It's like little details like this that people miss that I love. I adore shit like this. It's so cool, and it's very cute too. Like, look at Kazuya being just a lovely boy. He's just trying to help. He's he's happy, she's happy, she's like, he understands that I'm happy, and we're all happy, and we're just gonna keep walking forward. And then Mami just busts through the wall and is like, yo, who's happy here today? Mami-chan go, brr. I didn't like how the movie arc was kind of skipped, but I didn't like that there was no drama with Ruka or anything. Ruka was just like, yay, everything went okay, I'm just gonna go now. And yeah, she's kind of left. Ruka just bumballered out of there. I'm surprised we didn't see like Yamori or Sumi or anyone else for that matter. I wonder if they'll show up next chapter or they'll just go straight back into school. Like we won't even get to see what happens in the next chapter. Well, okay. The fact that I'm running out of thoughts clearly means that I don't have much else to say. I love how the love between the two is blossoming and is simply being expressed through the imagery rather than actually straight up telling you. Like they should, like I said before, they gotta confess, but the series is showing you how they appreciate one another, and you get to really understand how they feel through the simple act of their smiles. And Kazuya's inner monologues, because we gotta get inner monologues to understand characters. It's not gonna be just silent representation of everything going on. But Chizuru's happy. We're all good. Everything's happy. We're all fine. Thank you very much. I'd also really like to see how they go about exploring Chizuru's future acting career and where that goes, because I don't believe it is truly, like, in a way it's not relevant anymore. In a way it is, but it also isn't. It isn't in the sense that she did the movie and she's gonna keep acting and she's gonna keep getting better. And now it's like the movie situation can be more so represented in that it'll be a drive for Kazuya rather more so than Chizuru. It's like whatever Chizuru's gonna do, she's probably gonna want to be around Kazuya from now on. Kazuya will probably be influenced by that in some way, shape, or form. He's going to want to be connected to that because Chizuru's dream is also kind of his dream. This comes back to an earlier chapter where when they were filming one of the scenes and it was raining and he doubted himself and his depression came back. I believe it was chapter 131, where he begins to really doubt himself and question what's going to happen with him and Chizuru once the movie situation ends. And I think what's happening here is his doubt is he's removing his doubt. He's figuring out what he wants to do. And I think, like, even if he ends up taking over the store, I think what's going to happen is Kazuya's like gonna have other things in his life, and eventually he's gonna take over the store. But he's gonna have like some sort of career at first, and then later he's gonna come back to that. And I think that would be an interesting course for his character, where Kazuya either becomes a movie director or a movie producer, or he helps Chizuru on her acting career. He becomes her husband. He can just be a trophy husband. That'd be hilarious. Kazuya's just a trophy husband. Oh man, there's a lot to explore, many places to go, not enough time to explore it. So you guys, thank you for watching this video. If you really enjoyed this content, please consider subscribing. It helps a lot. I really appreciate it. If you really like the video, considering hitting the like button. And of course, if you want to keep up with the uploads, consider hitting the bell icon, because that helps out a lot too. Alright guys, thank you for watching today. I've been Fade, and I hope you enjoyed my rambling and theory crafting about Rent a Girlfriend. And next time, we're going to see what this golden-haired devil is going to do. See you then.